mathematics as science of pattern and order. And as a science of abstract object, mathematics relies on logic as its standard of truth, yet employs observation, simulation, and even experimentation as means of discovering truth. Pattern is a repeated design or recurring sequence, or we can also say that it is an ordered set of numbers, shapes, or other mathematical objects arranged according to a rule.
For the first example, we have a sequence 0, 1, 3, 6, 10, and 15. To see how the pattern works, we can first get the common difference wherein we will subtract the second term to the first term, also subtract the third term and second term, and so on. So 1 minus 0 is equal to 1, 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, 6 minus 3 is equal to 3, 10 minus 6 is equal to 4, 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. Since the common difference per term is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we can assume that in order to get the next term, we will add 6 to the last given term, and the answer is 21. Next, for this shape pattern, we can answer it by observing the given sequence. The pattern is triangle, square, pentagon, then it will repeat again to triangle, square, and pentagon. Since the last shape given is a pentagon and we know that the pattern is repeating, we can say that the next shape will be triangle. And for this example, the pattern is rectangle, 1 triangle, rectangle, 2 triangle, rectangle, then 3 triangle. We can say that the next term is rectangle because the triangle's pattern is 1, 2, 3, and the rectangle will be appearing again before the next 4 triangle.
Angle of rotation is the measurement of the amount of the angle by which a figure is rotated counterclockwise about a fixed point. It is also the smallest angle that a figure can be rotated while preserving the original formation.
For the first example, stars have 5 sides, so the value of n will be 5. Since we have a formula 360 degrees divided by n or 360 degrees divided by 5, the angle of rotation of a star is 72 degrees. Next, for a cross, since it has 4 sides, the value of n will be 4. Substituting 4 in the formula 360 degrees divided by n, it will be 360 degrees divided by 4, and the answer will be 90 degrees. For this example, since the boomerang has 3 sides, n will be equal to 3. So 360 degrees divided by n, or we can say 3, the angle of rotation will be 120 degrees.
Packing problems are a class of optimization problems that involve attempting to pack objects together into containers.
Suppose you have circles with a radius of 3 cm, then fill a plane with circles using A. Hexagonal packing and B. Square packing. In order to get the packing ratio using hexagonal packing, we will use the formula area of circle over area of hexagon times 100%. Area of hexagon is 1/2 base times height. To get the base, we'll use base is equal to square root of c squared minus a squared, and we'll get 3 square root of 3. Since the height is equal to 2, area of hexagon is equal to 1/2 6 square root of 3 or 3 square root of 3 centimeter squared. So, the area of circle is pi r squared or pi times 3 centimeter squared since we have a given radius 3 centimeter over area of hexagon which is 3 square root of 3 centimeter squared times 6, since it is a hexagon, so we'll get 18 square root of 3 centimeters squared times 100%, and we will get the answer 90.69%. Next, to get the packing ratio using square packing, we'll use area of circle over area of square times 100%, and we'll have pi times 3 cm squared, since radius is given, over 6 cm squared, because the sum of the radius of two circle is 6 cm times 100%, and the answer will be 78.54%.
World population. In getting the population growth, mathematics is also used to solve it.
Our formula for the exponential growth will be A is equal to PE raised to RT, wherein A is the size of the population after it grows, P is the initial number of people, R is the rate of growth, T is the time, and E is equal to 2.718. The town of Hillsborough is growing at a 1.5% population rate. In the year 2017, it had 5,300 residents. How many people will there be in 15 years? We will use the formula A is equal to PE raised to RT. A will be the one that we are looking for, P is equal to 5,300, E is constant, R is equal to 0.015 because we have to divide 1.5% to 100% to cancel the percent, and T will be 15. And the answer is 6,637, or there will be approximately 6,637 people in the year 2032. The number of cells in a culture increases according to a continuous exponential growth model. There were 1,600 to begin with, and after 3 hours, we notice there are now 1,934. Find the hourly growth parameter. So, we will use the formula A is equal to PE raised to RT. Since we have 1,600 to begin with, it will be our P or the initial number, then at the end we have 1,934, and it will be our A or the size after it grows. Then we also have T or time, which is 3 hours, and the R is the hourly growth, which is what we are looking for. We have to divide 1,600 on both sides of the equation, so it will be 1,934 over 1,600 equals E raised to 3R. Then we'll take logarithm on both sides, and we'll have ln times 1,934 over 1,600 is equal to 3R. Next is to divide 3 on both sides of the equation, so that 3 on 3R will be cancelled and R will remain. So ln times 1,934 over 1,600 divided by 3 is equal to R, and R will be equal to 0.0632. But since we have to get the percentage, we will multiply it by 100, and our answer is R is equal to 6.32%.
Sequence is a chain of number and objects that usually follow a particular pattern. The individual elements in a sequence are called terms.
The formula for sequence is A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d, wherein A sub n is the nth term, A sub 1 is the first term, n is the term position, and d is the common difference, with a formula d is equal to A sub 2 minus A sub 1. First, we'll find the common difference of each term by using the formula d is equal to A sub 2 minus A sub 1. Substituting the givens, we'll have d is equal to 4 minus 1, or d is equal to 3. And now, to solve for the next or fifth term, we will use the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. So A sub 5 is equal to 1 plus the quantity 5 minus 1 times 3. And the answer, or the fifth term, is 13. To find the common difference using the formula d is equal to A sub 2 minus A sub 1, and substituting the givens, we'll have d is equal to 10 minus 4 and we'll have d is equal to 6. And for the next or sixth term, we will use the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. So A sub 6 is equal to 4 plus the quantity 6 minus 1 times 6. And the answer will be 34. Using the formula d is equal to A sub 2 minus A sub 1, substituting the givens, we'll have d is equal to 10 minus 2 and we'll have common difference is equal to 8. And for the next or sixth term, we will use the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. So A sub 6 is equal to 2 plus the quantity 6 minus 1 times 8, and the answer is 42.
Fibonacci sequence is one of the most famous formulas in mathematics, where each number of the sequence is the sum of the two numbers that precede it.
The sequence goes 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and so on. The formula for Fibonacci sequence is x sub n is equal to x sub n minus 1 plus x sub n minus 2, wherein n is the number term. To find the next term, we'll use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub n minus 1 plus x sub n minus 2. Substituting, we'll have x sub 5 is equal to x sub 5 minus 1 plus x sub 5 minus 2. So x sub 5 is equal to x sub 4 plus x sub 3, or x sub 5 is equal to 10 plus 6, and the answer will be 16. Next, using the formula x sub n is equal to x sub n minus 1 plus x sub n minus 2, substituting the givens, we'll have x sub 5 is equal to x sub 5 minus 1 plus x sub 5 minus 2, or x sub 5 is equal to x sub 4 plus x sub 3. So we'll have x sub 5 is equal to 13 plus 8, and the answer will be 21. For this, again, we'll use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub n minus 1 plus x sub n minus 2. Substituting, we'll have x sub 5 is equal to x sub 5 minus 1 plus x sub 5 minus 2, or x sub 5 is equal to x sub 4 plus x sub 3. So we'll have x sub 5 is equal to 23 plus 15, and the answer will be 38.
Is a special number found by dividing a line into two parts, so that the longer part divided by the smaller part is also equal to the whole length divided by the longer part. It also appears many times in geometry, art, architecture, and other areas.
Golden ratio is a special number approximately equal to 1.618 and has a symbol of the Greek letter phi. A typical sunflower head has 34 spirals in one direction and 55 in the other direction. Find the golden ratio of the sunflower head. To find the golden ratio, we will use the formula A, or the higher number, over B, or the lower number, is equal to phi. So it will be phi is equal to 55 over 34, or phi is equal to 1.618. The seed pods on a pine cone consist of 8 steps along the left spiral and 13 steps along the right spiral. Find the golden ratio of the seed pods. To get the golden ratio, the formula is A over B is equal to Phi, or Phi is equal to 13 over 8, and the answer is 1.625.